guns even more. Bill Steele's a huge, proud supporter of our Second Amendment. And I noticed that as I walked around the show today, many of my fellow NRA members are carrying knives. Well, I want to talk to you about how you can use knives for self-defense and when it's appropriate and when it's not. The first thing I want to talk about is don't use a knife inappropriately and go to jail for the rest of your life. Defend yourself with your hands and feet, God's natural weapons first, if you can. But there are times when you can't. And that's when a knife becomes appropriate. Well, first of all, I want to talk about disparity of force. If you're 75 years old and you're attacked by a 22-year-old man that's 6'4", weighs 240 pounds, is a weightlifter, that might be appropriate time to use your knife to defend yourself. He has height, weight, reach, age, strength, conditioning. He has every natural advantage. So you're unlikely to be able to successfully defend yourself with your God's natural weapons. That might be a time that's appropriate to use a knife. If there's multiple attackers, if someone is trying to beat you up and there's 2 or 3 or 4 people and they're kicking and punching you and you're afraid for your life, that might be an appropriate time to use your knife. If you're in an argument with somebody, don't pull your knife out and shove your blade in their belly. That's inappropriate, and that'll get you 20 years in jail. You'll find out about Texas jails, and I don't think you'll like them. All right? That's not appropriate. If we've talked about disparity of force, if you're 5'6" and you weigh 130 pounds, and someone 6'4", 240 pounds starts beating you about the face, head, and body, and you start to feel like your life's in danger, that might be appropriate time. But you have to use knives in proportion to the attack. And that's always good to remember. Now, you can cut somebody a little bit, but you can't shoot them a little bit. So, the first thing I want to teach is how to use a knife and minimize the damage. If I want to minimize the damage to Ron, I'll rake him with my point. I'll take my point like this and go over his forearm or his body, just with the point like this, and I'll tear the skin open. That will drive most people off. They'll go, I don't want any more of that. I'm out of here. Okay? So we're going to go up the force continuum. The first thing is with the rake. The next thing might be with a cut. And the last thing will be a stab. When you stab somebody, you're going way up the force continuum. That's almost always lethal. You have a 40% chance of killing somebody with one stab wound. Only a 10% chance with one gunshot wound. Did you know that? 40% more lethal. So when you stab somebody, you better be in the right. Okay? Because you have a really good chance of taking their life. Now, there's also a lot of evildoers out there. They need to be put in the box and put in the ground. They're evil. And they're going to take your life and deprive your family of your support and benefit the rest of your life. That's what they're trying to do. So it may be appropriate at some time to go up to the top of the force continuum and use the point. But most of the time, you can drive people off just with the edge. Just drop this. If Ron's punching me and he goes to hit me, I'll come here. I'll just take the edge here and I'll pick that up. And as I do that, I'll move. He's bleeding and I'm leaving. You don't have to sit there and cut somebody like this. No, I turned into the aggressor. I cut him a couple times and then I stabbed him. No, for a punch? Don't do that. Ladies, if someone grabs a hold of you and starts dragging you into a car, you almost never come out. That might be the time he's dragging me in the car. I might start working him off the point because statistically, if you're dragged into a car and abducted like that, you're not coming back. Isn't that, I see some law enforcement out there, isn't that right, brother? Statistically, don't let someone drag you into a car. You're not coming home. That's the time to go wild, okay? But you men out there, in particular, when somebody punches you, don't sit there and stab them. You can get by with a cut.
Sorry.
I like to cut on the outside of the arm. I'll tell you why. All of the veins and arteries and all the important tendons that control the use of your hands are on the inside of your arm. Don't deprive people of the use of their hands the rest of their life unnecessarily. Cut them if all possible on the outside of the arm. Right there. I put that cut in. He's bleeding. I'm leaving. One cut. I'm out of there. Okay? Now, if you have to defend your loved ones, maybe you're with your grandma and your wife and your 2 toddlers, and you can't get out. the escape's blocked, and you have to stand and fight. Then it might be appropriate to cut a couple times. You know, I'm going to cut him until he stops firing on me because I can't go anywhere else. Okay? If I can run, but I can't leave my loved ones that are helpless, right? So that might be appropriate. You have to use God's good common sense that He gave you and not overreact and not get overexcited and use the knife inappropriately. Just like we don't pull a gun out and shoot somebody because they punch us in the mouth, you don't sit there and stab them either, all right? So I want that to sink in. Now, the knife, when you have your knife though, and you know what you're doing, you have tremendous confidence. There's no one that can beat you up. There's no one that can rape you. There's no one that can abduct you. There's not really anything they can do to you if you have a knife like this. Now, I make a whole bunch of knives for Texans. In Texas, you can carry any knife. Now, listen to this carefully. That's not dagger shaped. If the blade's not dagger shaped and it's 5.5 inches or shorter in blade length, you can carry it. You can carry it concealed. You can carry it unconcealed. It can be a folding knife. It can be a fixed blade. It doesn't matter. You're lawful to carry a 5.5 inch blade in Texas. Knowing that, Cold Steel's made a whole bunch of knives 5.5 inches. Because like I said, I love Texas. So for Texans, I made a whole bunch of folding knives and fixed blades that you can buy from us today that are appropriate to carry for self-defense. What I want to show now is, no matter what he does, I'm just going to pick off whatever Ron does with my knife. There it is. I cut him here, here, here. I just keep cutting him. I can cut here, here. I just keep cutting him until he stops his assault. Now, remember what I said first though. You only continue if you can't escape. When I get the first cut in, I'm out of there. He's dripping blood. Drip, drip, drip. He's not motivated to chase you down. Okay? So, use discretion. Use mercy. Use God's grace. Okay? Don't be unmerciful. Don't go here like this thing didn't cut his face and scar him for the rest of his life and name him. Don't do it. There's no need. 1, maybe 2 cuts, you're out. Okay? Now, if you're being overwhelmed though by a bunch of people, I might turn right away and go in and take him out because there's more people attacking him. So you have to base all of your actions circumstantial on what's fair, what's proper, what's right. Multiple people attacking you, that's not right. We all know that. If 3 or 4 or 5 people are assaulting you, we all know that's not right. The chances of you being killed go up. If someone knocks you on the ground and they start stomping you, you can easily be killed. Why? Your body is against the ground, which is the anchor. Their foot is the hammer. What happens when you hit metal on an anvil? You flatten the metal. When your body can't give, when you're on the ground and someone's stomping you, it's very easy to be killed that way or have serious permanent damage done. So, you have the right to defend yourself against multiple attackers. You have a right to defend yourself in disparity of force situations with a knife. If you don't have to pull your knife out to a full punch. Again, but once you're trained with a knife, you can use your hands as knives. And you just cut into him with your hand. Every time you hear, I cut into him. He goes across us, I cut into him. He hits again, I use my elbow. And I counter back with my hands as a knife. You can use your hands as knives too as you progress in your training. Any questions now on self-defense with a knife? We're glad to answer it right now.
Serrations versus plain edge.
A serration for self-defense is always preferable. It'll cut 3 times deeper in flesh than a plain edge.
Okay.
It'll cut through clothing, cut through leather jackets. You can't hide from a serrated edge, especially a cold steel one. Any other questions? Yes, the hands and the forearms. If I can, I'll always target his hands and his forearms. Right there on the outside of the hand. And lots of times, if I want to limit the damage, I'll push in. If I want to make the damage greater, I'll pull out. So when I push in, I'm jamming the blade in there, he's going to get a more superficial cut. If I pull the blade through, I'm going to increase the severity. And I want to show mercy. Lots of times when people assault you, they don't have any idea that they're going to go to the hospital for 47 stitches. Okay? That's not in their plan. And it's not always appropriate for you to maximize the damage to them either. So I usually will just press in. Like that, just pick it up. Let him run into my edge, which will do a lot of damage. Also, you can always back up. When someone's threatening you, you don't have to stand here. You can back up. And you can leave. You still got your knife. Okay? You don't have to sit there and make it easy for them to assault you. Right? They almost have to run you down. No. Any other questions? Yeah, let's go on that. Smaller knives.